people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed.
It's not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are? What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from? What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and...
Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Open Conversation is the network's flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through this conversation, Atn uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actor to explore hope and engender positive impact to the society. Today on Open Conversation, we'll look at these stories. First, Rivers crisis. Court vacates arrest warrant issued on Ehie. Rivers crisis again. Iwaya sues for peace between Fubara and Wike. Politics. Edo APC mobilizer dumps party for PDP. And on Abia State, Uchendu commends Carlo for attracting projects to region. On Ondo primaries, Abola emerges as PDP candidate. And on 2023 elections, US says polls reflected wills of Nigerians. Do not go away. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll dive right into the show.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. She said $3,000 is one to collect $3,000. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need...
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human trafficker.
Honorable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, through occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people.
Challenge.
Good morning, Barrister Singh.
Good morning to you, Choma. Good morning, Nigerians.
And I also have with me Honorable Churchill Wale, a politician. Good morning, Honorable Churchill.
Good morning, Barrister. Good morning, Barrister. Good morning, Choma. Good morning, Nigeria.
All right, and on to the story. A federal high court in Abuja on Thursday vacated the warrant of arrest issued on Edison Ehie, the chief of staff to Governor Similaye Fubara of Rivers State. Justice Emeka Wite, in a ruling, agreed with the chief of staff's counsel, Femi Falana, and Oluwoye Oladedoye, who appeared for Ehie's co-defendants, that the court lacked jurisdiction to have granted the order. Justice Wite held that at the time of the arrest warrant order was made, there was no pending charge before the court. He consequently vacated the warrant issued for the police to effect Ehie and 5 others.
Then you go to the Criminal Code Act. You find out that, for instance, there are laws that borders on criminality, but that particular offense that you have committed must be clearly stated, as the case may be. In this case, what the court is saying here is that the order of a warrant of arrest, was not proper as at that time, because one, there were no charges that were filed against, the person that is here, as the case may be, before you issue that warrant of arrest. There must be, the offense must be known, and the charges must have been brought before a particular court before a warrant can be ordered, for your immediate arrest. But I found out that what the Nigeria police normally do right now is that it's not just to adhere. If you have any issue with anybody and a petition is written to the Commissioner of Police or to the IGP, as the case may be, the police will not even do their pre-investigation. They will just run to the nearest magistrate court, and procure a good take, and we believe that at this point in time, the judiciary or the judicature should be praised, for standing by justice and the Constitution. It's not every time that we hear bad news about the judiciary.
I want to just make some points clear. It is very clear that the judiciary has made their points, that at the time of these warrants, that there was no particular offense that has been labeled against it. But all of us in Rivers State knows that these 5 persons that was named was seen on video on internet during these processes, and they will not deny the fact that they were not part of all the crisis things, properties of Rivers State that was destroyed. But the only thing is that during the time, just like what Barrister has said, during the time that this arrest this warrant was given or was initiated, the crime has not been identified. But it is now for Rivers State judiciary to go and do the right thing. So because the matter is still in court, and court has just only vacated the warrant arrest. So the matter will continue in the court, and we'll find out whether, at the end of the matter, we'll find out whether.
You also said something, Honorable Churchill. You said that what they did, meaning that they actually committed the crime.
It was on air.
But when you say on air,
okay, it was on internet.
What exactly was on internet?
Okay,
Honorable Churchill?
During this process of this crisis, when the like Chioke, the person that was was a purported speaker that three men elected in the house.
No, well, we are not talking about.
So they created
the crime.
They created the opportunity for the issues that before Rivers State to be. So what I'm saying is that as it stands now, the matter is still in court. Despite that the warrant has been vacated, the warrant arrest has been vacated, but the matter is still in court.
Yes. And if I may add, vacation of a warrant of arrest does not mean discharge of the offenses against the accused person.
Yes.
You understand? It's only saying, what the court here is saying is that the proper thing should be done. That is because the court that issued that particular warrant, what the decision here was that they lack the jurisdiction. You understand the point?
Yes.
And when issue of jurisdiction comes in the matter, a proper warrant of arrest. That is why that particular bench warrant will be granted. Is if here is found culpable and he has a case to answer, the court might serve him those charges as composed and give him a day to come to court. When he does not come to court, they will not issue a bench warrant or a warrant for his arrest to bring him before that particular court to come and answer for those charges that were preferred. So what happened here in the first instance was that, in criminal procedure, I don't know why police do this. Senior police have lawyers. Now you have a case against a man. You have what they call proof of evidence against a man in criminal cases. Now, why don't you prefer those charges? When you prefer those charges, you now attach the proof of evidence of those charges and now look for that, those particular charges that are there. But when you just go out and you go and pick him, the court can vacate, such orders that were given by a lower court, as the case may be, for not following procedures as the case may be. That was what happened here. The matter is not over, and I believe that if through their investigation they found out that maybe they are all culpable from pictures they have seen or whatever they have seen evidences before them, then you do the normal thing of letting them have that particular whatever the case may be.
All right. The President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Worldwide, Chief Emmanuel Iwayawu, has appealed to the warring factions in the River State to sheath their swords and allow peace to reign. Chief Iwayawu, who made the appeal while answering questions from journalists in Owerri, said the misunderstanding between the group loyal to the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, members of Rivers State House of Assembly, and Governor Simlaye Fubara should be resolved amicably. The Ohanaeze Ndigbo's leader noted that such resolution is in the interest of peace, development of the people of Rivers State, the entire eastern region, and Nigeria in general. He stressed that Ohanaeze Ndigbo was observing the situation with great concern and is very uncomfortable with the development. Chief Iwayawu noted that both former Governor Wike and his successor are their sons, and wondered why they could not come to a round table to resolve their differences so that Rivers State can progress. He emphasized that only the FCT minister and Governor Fubara who can resolve the crisis, saying the earlier they do so, the better. Barrister Sims, what is your take on this talk by Chief Emmanuel Iwayawu?
You see, this is the last time I think I was on radio. I spoke about elders and statesmen. In politics, there are bound to be differences. We have seen situations where politicians quarreled, politically on political issues, But years after the whole issue, I mean, they have left office, or even while in office, they still come back together as friends. In politics, you have what we call permanent interests. You know, no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. That is what politics is all about. So, you know, people must quarrel or have issues or what they call political differences. And I have, you know, constantly said this, and transmogrify into a devil. See, so that tells you that there should be an element of concession for each of them. And the governor Sim cannot just tell me that the man who, through him, he came to power, has suddenly become a bad guy, that to the extent he cannot even, meet him or see him one-on-one or face-to-face, no matter the grievances as case may be. Now, the second one, like Waiwo has said, this is what I expected of elders of River State extraction to do. If you look at what he has done, or his statement, he is not partial. He did not take sides. He has come into the matter to say, look, two of you come together, you are our son. Why can't you come together and, iron out these particular issues that you have? The tongue and teeth in African proverb, they say, they even quarrel at times. But they say cohabit in the same mouth to do whatever they want to do. So this is what I was expecting the elders of River State to have done. But you find out that the elders of River State, with due respect to them, those who are suspected to be statesmen, they now entered into the fray, fighting what I call the proxy war. You know, with some people, those whom they perceive as their enemies yesterday, they now saw this as an opportunity, to enter into a strange war, using, a particular person to now, front that line, which is very wrong. All of them are now saying, no, this man is a bad man, we need to kill him, we need to get him out of this situation. No, that will not go well for the state. Amicable settlement can be done. If Ajasin and Akin Omobiro in Ondo State, who had an internecine war, that happened during that 1983 election that led to why Buhari or the military came to power in 1983, could come together after that particular feud they had and now became one till they had to say, please, this matter can be settled. You people should go and do that. And it's only two of you that can settle this, not people coming into to meddle, what I call meddlesome interlopers, and putting more fuel in the fire. I support his take on this, yes.
All right, Honorable Churchy, what is your take on this?
It is very, very simple. If the elders of River State politics, people like Dr. Peter Odele, that is former governor of River State, and some stakeholders in River State, has earlier done such things like this, it would have gone a long way in making sure that this crisis wouldn't have gotten to this level. Iwayan has shown that he is a true elder. What he has said now is something that even the president, when you ask him, he will tell you that this is the only solution. But what matters so much is that, to me, I believe that in a case of something that happened in the Bible, where a son came to collect his share of his father's property and left, and when he came back, his father embraced him. It's a normal thing. I urge the two parties, particularly the principals, mostly the former governor of River State, to calm himself down and accept his son. He's his son. He made him the governor of River State. He gave him the opportunity to be the governor of River State. But if only Sim will realize that the persons behind this crisis does not want the progress of River State and himself. Because becoming a governor and a successful governor is two different things. When you become a governor, it's different. There are so many persons that has attained the position of governor in Nigeria today, but they were not successful. And nobody records anything about them. So many persons that has led Abia State before this time. If you go to the Abia State and talk about them, they will tell you, leave this thing, leave this person. Let's talk about this person. So those are the things we'll think about when we are talking about utilizing it to do better things for Rivers people. It's another thing. So they should shed their sword, like he has said, and come back. Let the son go to the father, and let the father also open the son to accept his son. Despite whatsoever. Those persons behind this thing, we know them all. People that are only, we used to call them within a crisis. You know, people that are only ready to eat. They are only opening their hands to enjoy when there is problem. It's not good. They are not doing the right thing. Instead of them to throw the line of making sure that there is peace in Rivers State, what they are doing is to make sure they will engineer sin to continue. So they will be the only people eating, while people that have suffered for the government are there suffering. It's not right. So I want to applaud Iwayan as an elder. In short, he's a stakeholder in Nigeria. That what he has said is a good thing. He should also communicate to the two parties himself. He can't call here Wike, and Wike will refuse to answer. Wike is a chief, and he's a man that has respect for the stakeholders of the country. When he calls him, he will answer. He should also call Sim. And Sim should also forget those persons that are engineering him and let them through the line of peace to ensure that there is peace in Rivers State.
Barrister Sim, if I may ask, with everything that has, do you see peace actually coming to Rivers State?
Of course, they cannot continue like this for the next 10 years. They cannot continue like this also throughout the 4 years of the first tenure of the governor. I don't see it lasting more than maybe this year. There should be a resolution. Let me be very frank with you. If you look at now, Rivers State is being governed in a dictatorial manner right now because one, the governor, the House of Assembly will send civil servants as permanent secretaries to go and be signing memos as commissioners, commissioning road citizens. I mean, it's an illegality under the Constitution. So a lot of illegalities are taking place. And the reason why this is going on is because of the fact that the only two arms of government now in Rivers State, there is executive and judiciary. Is that what democracy should be? That the House of Assembly can, through lawmaking and by laws, give the governor extra responsibilities apart from the ones he has in the Constitution given to him. So the House of Assembly can legislate and give the governor, to do what? Execute the laws that are made by the House of Assembly. Now, the judicature is semblance of a piece of the graveyard. I can wake up tomorrow now, I hear one thing has happened. As case maybe that is what we are living now in Rivers State, and it's unfortunate. Other states are moving on. Abia State is 24 hours light, whatever as case may be. Kebbi State just making a Fort Mainland bridge and making a monorail, blue, red, white. In Rivers State, we're still talking about, whatever. Should be doing, but I am just trying to add my voice. I hope that we achieve peace and very, very soon too. It's not impossible.
All right.
Let me just through little. I know too well that I was one time a local government legislator.
Okay.
And I also understand the Constitution, the area he talked about, the powers of the three arms. And I know too well that there is a serious mistake in so many things that is happening in Rivers State. And I would say Rivers State is a peaceful state. Well, despite the crisis, it's a peaceful state. There are states it will happen. I don't know that